St. Gianna Oratory presents Daily Thought of St. Francis de Sales for September 21st. It is well to reflect from time to time on the commandments of God, not only in general, but also on the particular commandments proper to each person's vocation. If we find them distasteful, what makes them so? Only our will, which wants to have its own way in everything. It often happens that we desire to do something that we are not commanded to do, but if the same thing is commanded, we do not want to do it. From this, it can be seen that we want to serve God in our own way and not in His. From the life of St. Francis de Sales. On the feast of St. Matthew, September 21st, 1598, Francis de Sales carried out the duties of assistant priest to his bishop, who sang the pontifical mass and afterward carried the Blessed Sacrament in solemn procession throughout the city of Canon. This had not been done for 80 years. This public triumph for our Savior must have gladdened the heart of the apostle of the Shibboleth, who in the early days of his mission had secretly carried him on his breast to give him as viaticum to the sick. As soon as the procession re-entered the church, penitents began to arrive from the parish of Tannange. 300 persons from Bellevaux followed them and went to their apostle, the provost of Sales, to renounce heresy. The saint presented them to the bishop, who absolved them. At the same time, the parishioners of Boege arrived. Francis preached to them beautifully and devoutly on the truth and the dignity of the Eucharist, which he compared to the manna that fell from heaven. 40-hour processions of nearby and distant parishes were then held to honor the Blessed Sacrament. The procession of the parishioners of Saint-Cirque were first. They were among the last to abandon the Catholic faith and among the first to be converted by the preaching of Francis. An old farmer showed that they were not altogether unfaithful, presenting as proof the old cross and tabernacle that belonged to the church. Their ancestors had buried them under a wall at a time when the Protestants had forbidden Catholic worship in their parish. For more than 70 years, these good people had faithfully handed on them from father to son with the secret of this hidden treasure. Now they were able to take it from its hiding place, and the two sacred objects served as a standard and a sign of victory to lead their procession.